Hey everybody, it's Brooke with Re-Fabbed. I'm super excited about today's project, okay? Because y'all know I love a good Americana theme. So, let me just show y'all an example of what this is gonna look like. This is backwards because it would not let me just try one more time to make sure it won't let me switch it now that I'm actually live. Nope, still won't. Why are things always jacked up? But anyway, obviously, this is done correctly. It's just a little bit backwards on here, and I'm so sorry. But this is the one I made the other day as an example. This is an example. The one we're doing today is very, very similar, and I'm going to walk you through it. But this right here, and I did it upside down. Oops, not that that matters, but you know, either way, we can put it up here. This is a pallet board that's actually also from Plaid, because they have more than just Modge Podge and apple barrel paint and folk art paint, y'all. They have like a million things to choose from. Walmart has a ton of it. They also sell on Amazon and other stores. You can get the stuff so many places, but this is something that I found that they have, and I've got several of these, and it is one of those pallet signs that you can hang on the wall. Now, I'm just going to be honest. A lot of times I just hang mine on the ridge, so it don't really matter that I did it upside down, but, you know, I could have paid a little closer attention. But I took this, and then I'm using a piece of scrapbook paper, literally one piece of scrapbook paper from the good old Hobby Lobby. And this is all one piece of scrapbook paper that's been deconstructed. Use Modge Podge to make a pretty sign, and we put a little bit of stain on our board, and we got this beautiful, beautiful project that you can hang on your wall. So that's what we're doing today. That sounded fake, but that was actually real. So let's get to it, okay? I already have everything laid out on here, but I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to take it off of here because I need to stain my board. Now, we're going to stain it live. I went ahead and tore up the paper beforehand because I wanted to make sure it was all perfect on my board, and I didn't want to do it live, and I knew it would take a lot longer. So that's why that part has already been done. But I'm going to show you how I arrange it on here, and how even though my paper was not long enough, it's going to look good because we literally had to just do two pieces side by side, but it's going to be perfect, okay? So let's get started. Y'all know that my favorite wax is this. Kills Dark Wax. Sorry, I use it all day, every day, literally. And they no longer carry it at Walmart that I can find. They carry, it was scrapbook paper, Lou, yes, from Hobby Lobby. But you can use any scrapbook paper you want. You can deconstruct and make stars and stripes from any fabric, any scrapbook paper, and you can use the same exact process because the Modge Podge is going to work perfectly on any of your projects like that, okay? I just logged on and was confused why you had bacon. I can see why you might have been confused. That's hilarious. Okay, so anyway, I don't think Walmart still carries the dark wax. I could be wrong. Mine definitely doesn't, and a lot of y'all have told me that yours doesn't, but they do carry the clear wax. But you can get this on Amazon, okay? I've gotten a bunch on Amazon, and I can definitely get you a link if you need one, okay? So all we're going to do is just take my brush. You don't have to use this kind of brush. You can use any brush, or you can even use a paper towel. And then we're just going to stain our board real quick so that it has that more of a finished look. And yes, I go ahead and grab it with my whole fist and get this bad boy done as fast as I can. So I'm just wiping it off with a paper towel. I just love, this is just my favorite color. It just makes the wood look so pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna show y'all real quick. So here it is, all stained. So anyway, so we had a piece of scrapbook paper, and I'm gonna show you the first one I did, and it pretty much looked like this. Now I know it's backwards. It will not let us change it today. We're having technical difficulties, okay? But the piece of scrapbook paper looked just like this, exactly. But what I did is I cut it up, and then I went ahead and also tore it up so that it had like that torn looking edge. So that is what I did. But it was one piece of scrapbook paper for this. So it was the perfect size for this. I just laid it out. Now, I cut this part out of this one, but I did not tear it yet because I was just gonna show you how easy it is to tear it on the live. I don't like, if you want the straight edges, keep it straight. But I love that torn look, like that tattered and distressed look. So I didn't want to keep it like this, okay? You couldn't wear a white shirt while crafting. Girl, listen, I might get something on it. Won't be the first time, but I'm pretty decent at keeping it clean. I don't know. So anyway, we're just going to take the top part, and it's a little time consuming. That's why I only left this one to be done, because I'm not the best terror. Okay, does that make sense? Because I'm trying to keep as much as possible. And you could tear it before you cut it. I mean, do whatever you want. This is like kindergarten stuff right here. But look how cute that looks, okay? So here we are. We have our flag, okay? And what's great about it being stained like this is your flag is going to be the center of attention, but it literally, you know, the outside is still pretty. And if you wanted to add ribbon or twine or whatever, that's totally good too, okay? So I'm going to get it all laid out before I Mod Podge it on, okay? So let's get this like this. So I'm just doing this, okay? Because I don't want to mess it up, but I'll definitely show you when I'm done. So I'm going to take my Mod Podge. This is gloss, the gloss kind. You can get matte gloss, all kinds of different kinds. This. I'm going to use a chip brush, and I am going to just start out by putting some Mod Podge, plenty of it, but not too much, on my pieces of paper on the bottom part, okay? So I'm just going to put the Mod Podge all over the back. Make sure that it is covering it really well so that it'll stick. That's the main thing. We'll go back and we'll seal it at the end. So it's all on the back like this. And then gonna lay it where it needs to go and just flatten it out. Make sure there's no bubbles. I do not like bubbles. Bubbles are not cool. Not on Mod Podge anyway. Not on your project. Nobody wants some bubble projects. Now, we're going to go ahead and just do the same thing on all these. Put our Mod Podge on the back. It's okay if it gets on our palette board because it's going to dry clear. It's not going to hurt it, change the color, anything like that. We're just going to go ahead and lay each piece. And let me also say this. I said it earlier, but I am not connecting them to where, like, I want there to be some of the palette showing through at the bottom, okay? That's just a personal preference. If you don't want any of the actual palette showing, then you can put these on top of each other to make one piece. Or, okay, another option is if you don't want this distressed look the way I'm doing it, you can keep the one piece of scrapbook paper fully intact and Mod Podge the whole piece of scrapbook paper directly onto this. Bam. Like, you can do it however you want. There's all these different ways. I just thought it was really fun to have it cut up like this because it gave it a whole new look, and it was only using one piece of scrapbook paper. That's why I did it this way. I'm just here to try to bring inspiration. I'm not here to just tell you there's only one way to do something, because there absolutely isn't. So you take and you run with it however you want to, and it's going to be perfect, okay? How cute. Now, I'm going to take it one step farther to seal it. You do not have to do this, but Mod Podge is a fantastic sealer. So if you wanted to use this outside, like on your front porch or something, if you wanted to do a patriotic porch, this would be fantastic for outside. And all you have to do, and if you just want it to last longer inside, all you have to do is seal it, which is put more Mod Podge over the top of this, okay? So that's what we're going to do. And here's the cool part. I want you to know this ahead of time. Because there's stain on this and it's still a tiny bit wet, it's going to pick some of that up in the Mod Podge as I'm putting it over the flag. Which the cool thing about that is it's going to make it look that much older and distressed, which I love. So it's really going to be cool. So here we go. We got plenty of Mod Podge. It goes on milky white. And you might be like, I'm ruining my project. You're not, I promise. See? It's going to dry clear. But you do want to get it all spread out really good. It's gonna dry clear. It's gonna seal your paper. It's gonna help it all stay in place. But like I said, this is not something you have to do, but I could totally see me using this other one on my front porch. And if I'm gonna do that, then I definitely would want to seal it because I just want it to hold up to the weather. Mod Podge also, and I've got some, but I don't know where it's at exactly right now. I don't know that I could find it like super fast. But I also, Mod Podge, I don't know if y'all are aware of this, but they have a sealant spray. And I use that a lot on my projects that I use outside. So like if I'm painting a door hanger or something to go on my front door, I will spray it with that Mod Podge sealant. And it just gives that glossy finish to it, and it just seals it like a polyacrylic. Like it's perfect for that. So I love the spray too. I use that a lot. I wish I had a can of it, but it's literally Mod Podge. Looks just like this, except it comes in a spray can, okay? So I just thought I would mention that because some of you, you know, may would even rather do that than do this. I mean, it's... Oh no, my earrings are light as a feather. I just saw that comment. I just thought I'd say, respond to it. Okay, so it's still a little milky right now because it takes a minute to dry. It doesn't take long, but it will take just a second. This is, oops, this is the finished product, y'all. How easy was this? And it will dry, I promise you. It's drying now. I just put it on pretty thick, trying to make sure that it was really covered well. And in the end, it's going to have this really glossy finish, and you're just going to be able to rub your hands over it. If you spill something on it, you can wipe it up. Like, it's a really good sealant for things, okay? Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for sharing the video. Bye, guys. Y'all have an awesome, awesome day, and I will see y'all soon.